It's Thursday, December 15th. You're watching The Big Story with me, Harianto Diman. Subscribe to the Straits Times channel so you will not miss an episode. Grab is implementing cost cuts as it faces what it calls an uncertain macroeconomic situation. CEO Anthony Tan has told staff that the cost-cutting measures include a freeze on most hirings and all salaries for senior managers, as well as cuts in travel and expense budgets. In the memo seen by Reuters, Mr. Tan writes, more so than ever, all grabbers need to adopt a frugal and prudent mindset as we prepare for 2023. The savings are meant to help the company drive towards sustainable and profitable growth. The contents of the memo were confirmed by a Grab spokesperson. The biggest ride-hailing and food delivery firm in Southeast Asia, Grab has been trying to limit losses by focusing on higher-paying customers and lowering its spending on incentives. Based in Singapore, the firm had about 8,800 staff at the end of 2021. Hit by a wave of tech layoffs, the retrenchments in Singapore rose in the third quarter of this year. There were 1,120 in total from July to September, up from the record low of 830 in the previous quarter. After declining for 4 quarters, layoffs are ticking up again, mostly from technology firms. Another indicator worth paying attention to is the number of job vacancies. That number has continued to decline, with the ratio of job vacancies to unemployed persons decreasing from 256 job openings for every 100 unemployed individuals in June to 220 in September. In overall terms, the labour market saw further improvements in the third quarter, although there are early signs that momentum is easing due to the uncertain global economic environment and higher inflation. To remain competitive and resilient, the Manpower Ministry urges employers and workers to make full use of government programs to accelerate the pace of transformation and upskill. Interest rates here are set to go up again after the US raised its key rate by half a percentage point. It is the Federal Reserve's latest attempt to bring down inflation, currently at 7.1%, to its target of 2%.
The inflation data received so far for October and November show a welcome reduction in the monthly pace of price increases. But it will take substantially more evidence to give confidence that inflation is on a sustained downward path. Over the course of the year, we've taken forceful actions to tighten the stance of monetary policy. We've covered a lot of ground, and the full effects of our rapid tightening so far are yet to be felt. Even so, we have more work to do.
Borrowing costs here have already more than tripled this year as the 3-month Singapore overnight rate of average, or SORA, has soared to 3.1%. SORA is the key benchmark rate that banks use to determine home loans, car loans and corporate loans. So the higher SORA goes, the more borrowers will pay in interest costs. The government's plan to build a tourism development in Jurong Lake District has hit a snag after tenders seeking proposals for the project drew a blank. On March 15th, the Singapore Tourism Board launched a request for proposals for the development. STB said it would comprise high-quality accommodation as well as a mix of attractions and retail, F&B and entertainment offerings. The tender, which was open for about 7 months, closed on October 18th with no proposals received. STB told the Straits Times that it understands from stakeholders that the geopolitical and the uncertain economic environment in the earlier part of the year affected the response to the request for proposals, adding that it will continue to assess market sentiment and study various possibilities for the tourism development. So close yet so far. Morocco's fairy tale run at the 2022 FIFA World Cup comes to an end after they fell to a 2-0 defeat to France. 5 minutes was all it took for the French to break the deadlock as a volley by Theo Hernandez got them off to a dream start. While Morocco fought valiantly, it ultimately was not enough as France bagged their second goal 11 minutes from the end to secure their place in the final. But the journey is still not over for Morocco as they face Croatia on Saturday in the third playoffs in what could be the swan song World Cup match for Croatia's captain Luka Modric. But all eyes will be on the big one on Sunday as Argentina and France take to the field for the final in what is arguably the biggest match in football. Those are our top stories today. Visit straitstimes.com for more news and our YouTube channel for more videos. Subscribe by clicking the red button below. I'm Haryanto Diman. Join us tomorrow for more stories on The Big Story.